Hey everybody, it's Mitch and welcome to my next video. Today we're going to be doing another Dungeons & Dragons race review. And today we're going to be talking about the Chaos Gnome. Now, the Chaos Gnome is a weird little guy. They're a lot like regular gnomes in a lot of ways, but way more colorful and way more random and not so much of a prankster. They're more serious than the standard gnome. Physically, they look exactly the same as a gnome, other than they're more colorful. Like, literally, their eyes are constantly changing colors based off their moods. Their eyes are like little mood rings, like really bright ones, basically. They have bright hair. It says blonde or red. But otherwise, their clothing is usually really, really colorful. But otherwise, they look pretty much just like a normal gnome. Now, what else is there about these guys? They have some interesting abilities. Well, their starting abilities are strange. Like, they have the standard +2 to con, but they also have +2 to dex and a +2 to charisma, and still only the -2 to strength. So, an interesting one. They got more bonuses than pluses, which is why they have a +1 level adjustment. In addition, they have different spell-like abilities and stuff. It's very similar to a gnome, but changed up a little bit. They tend to be sorcerers instead of wizards, which is strange. Personality, they're random. They can't pick a religion for long. They're constantly changing that. They can't stay with they can't stay in the same homeland for long. They're moving that every decade or so. Their names are constantly changing. I mean, they just started like, you know what, I feel like changing my name to this today. And they'll pick whatever they want. It could just be a random word that sounds good to them. And, it's not every day they do it, but it's on a whim. They just do it whenever the mood strikes them. And, yeah. In terms of getting along with others, they get along well with pretty much everybody for the most part. Especially other gnomes, they get along with them great. Halflings, elves, they get along with them all really good. They get along with half-orcs great because they really don't care that these guys are part orc. That doesn't bug them. So, the half-orcs find acceptance. So, that's really all a half-orc wants. Now, dwarves can't stand these guys because dwarves are just ridiculously lawful. I mean, these guys are very strict in their rules and culture and customs and tradition, and some flighty guy like these, that change everything whenever the mood strikes them. Yeah, that don't sit well with the dwarves. So they got some problems with dwarves, but everyone else likes them. And the dwarves don't really hate them or anything. They just are insanely annoyed by them, and they just can't deal with them, is really all there is to that. So the dwarves just going to get really annoyed by them really fast. But that's about as far as it goes with even a dwarf's dislike of them. So yeah, these guys, they often, well, another thing that it mentioned is they often take up cleric, a multi-class cleric sorcerer. Although they don't pick a strict deity, they'll just go with the luck domain and say, you know what, that's all I care about is luck. I'm not going to stick with a deity, which is an option for clerics. So generally that's the way they're going to go. They're not going to actually pick a deity for that, which makes sense. And these guys are incredibly lucky, so the luck domain does fit them very well. I suppose the chaos domain would work well for them too, obviously. They also get a bonus to chaos spells, which is kind of cool. Basically, their caster level is effectively one higher. So, really cool race all in all. Don't have a whole lot more to say about them, to be honest. So, if you have anything you want to say about these guys, feel free to leave that in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Please like the video, help support the channel and everything, and subscribe, because I have way more videos and way more to come, so better access. Anyways, I'm Mitch. I'll be seeing you.